So, I was born in a Christian family. Both my parents are pastors. They've been since I can remember. And myself, I studied theology, and one of my sisters is a pastor too. Worship leader, we were all involved in the ministry. But those questions that you guys have as non believers, as atheists, as skeptics, we have too. It's not like you have those questions and we don't have them. Whether God exists, whether really the devil really exists, whether certain nations are favored than others, certain people are more blessed than others, whether if you believe something else other than Christianity, suppose you should believe you go to hell, whether hell exists itself, whether heaven exists. Why? We are humans like everybody. So we ask ourselves those questions. So I had those ones. And when you read the Bible, the contradictions are immense. And when you listen to different people, how they translate it, how they literally just interpret it, it's just different from person to person, depending on their personal experiences. So the questions don't resolve. Actually, they get worse. As days go by, as you grow up, you want to know for yourself. You just start stepping out of the belief into the knowledge. I want to know. I do not want to believe no more because I can think for myself. So, growing up in the church, of course, as a kid, you're going to believe most of the things because you trust the mouth that is telling you, the authority. You trust the Bible, the book, and you think the book is written by God Himself, Until you grow up and you find out that, men write things and men can change whatever they write whenever they want to. Like, bro. People do crazy things. You get to understand that things done for they are done for political issues, for political matters, for business, for gain, for control, for manipulation, for all those things. The corruption of man is through and through on everything that we touch, including me. It's not like I'm excluding myself. So, Christians don't resolve. And by the way, it's not just the Bible, it's every other book that you're going to read. You're going to see flaws and whatever. So, I had these questions and they weren't being answered. But of course, as everybody else, I'm going to read the books and I'm going to take what fits me, what I like, what I don't like. I'm going to be like, you know? So some things I'll be like, yeah, I want to know more on this, and others, I'm not interested. So there's one thing that in the Bible that just struck a chord in me. That God is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, right? God is everywhere, right? God is in everything. God is, and also God is I am, and I am too. And then Jesus says the kingdom of God is within you. So where is the king? Definitely in his kingdom. If not, chances are, right? So that means no one can control your perception of God unless you give them permission to. So I went and studied theology and I saw the flaws, how scriptures are changed, how they picked the books, the Council of Nicaea, the First Church, all the criticism and all the the apologetic, like how you defend the faith and whatever. But also I studied psychology. I wanted to understand how the brain works, how we think, like why we think, how we think, believe, whatever, all these things. And after college, that's when I had most of my questions amplified instead of being resolved. So, and I'll give you a little bit of my background. I come from Rwanda. Rwanda, we went through a genocide that was committed against the Tutsi, which was evil at its peak on a national level. If you don't know any history about Rwanda, just ask someone who knows, or just go on Google or ask AI. You should know, or you will know. So, and I wanted to know, to understand evil and good. What's going on? Why would God create something opposite of Himself and keep fighting Him for eternity? Mind you, in the Bible, the devil does not die. I was like, why don't you kill this? Kill him, man. So we can live in peace forever. So we can live in harmony bliss forever. Why would you lock him up after 1,000 years, let him loose? Okay, go and corrupt people again, and then we're gonna judge you. Who does that? Who does that in their rightful mind? Here on earth, if you're crazy, you're that crazy, we lock you up for good, or we give you a death penalty. But there's this nigger, this G, this whatever, and he's doing whatever he wants to whoever he wants, and he has the freedom to live forever. And we have a God who is omnipotent. He can do whatever he wants, but you can't manage this guy, girl, guy, what I don't know, whatever, this person, this entity, and you created it, and you are omniscient, you know everything, you knew he's gonna do this, and you just went on. And what are we talking about, man? Who does that? And you say you love me. What kind of love is that? So it was a conundrum, literally. Like, if you think about it, like, why would you create something? Okay, yeah, you guys overcome this thing. It's the hardest thing and still I love you. It just didn't make sense. It just did not make sense. So whenever we are praying, oh, in Jesus' name we cast out, I'm like, man, I ain't doing shit like that. I'm not gonna do it. Because it does not really make sense. Now, after college, that's when I went deep inside. Like, inside my psyche, inside reality, inside of whatever we call it inside, but it might even be outside, it might be whatever. And I wanted to peel off the layers of knowledge until I get to the root. Because as a child, I was having nightmares that they are going to heaven and they're leaving me behind. Why? I'm a sinner. I sinned. And I'm a child, man. Under 8. What kind of sin can you do? I don't know. Steal, curse. So, but it's that conditioning. We are conditioned to have fear in religion. We are conditioned to really be afraid, like literally. Yo, there's demons, there's angels. You better be on the right side. And we're going to talk about sin, what it is, and these things in depth, and what I discovered. But from the beginning, right, Genesis, there's two things. There's tree of life, right, and there's tree of knowledge of good and evil. So when you read it, the Bible is written in a narrative way, as a story. But all stories have structures. They mean something. It is not just a story. there's an underlying structure beneath all stories. And this is exactly what I had to discover. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness. No wonder. No wonder. No wonder we are. And it's a big, big, big thing, and it's hard to play with. It's no wonder. Just no wonder it's hard. So this is it. There is unity, there's oneness. God is one, right? And everything. This is the source. That's the source. Everything is coming from one source. You can never prove double. You just try it. Just try it. You will never prove that there is two sources. Whether it's from a big bang, it's from one point. There's a point of singularity. That's where we are converging into singularity. But we are also emerging out of singularity. That's from a scientific point of view. But that's exactly the same thing theologically. We're coming from one source, God, the creator of everything, right? So the theological part, the spiritual side, we see it as we say it in a narrative way, right? We convey it in a narrative way. There's good and evil. In science, it's not like that. It's much more so of field, magnetic field, electromagnetic, right? And then there's this. Now they are discovering the quantum field. Quantum mechanics. It's one field, and this field, everything emerges from this field and submerges back into it. So there's this unity, and this unity expresses itself in multiplicity, in different ways. There's one that is playing all positions. And that is so hard to comprehend. This oneness that is playing multiplicity is both constructive, is constructing, is building, and is destroying at the same time. Is destructive, is breathing in and out. There's microbes, good microbiome, bad ones, and they're always at war with each other. There's cells are dying and cells are being rejuvenated, being born all the time. The sun is burning things down and is creating life, both at the same time. So this duality, it's life, it's one life, but it's dual in nature. And that is what brings forth all these things. And until you understand that this is how it is, and you have to just live in harmony with it, in balance with it, you always suffer. You always suffer. These people hate me. Oh, you will go to hell. You will stay in the negatives. Oh, this is good. This is bad. The tree of knowledge of good and evil. You will stay on that tree. Yeah, you will keep biting on that thing, thinking this is good. This is until you understand that whatever you call good and bad is one thing. It's two sides of the same coin. There's just one coin that has two sides. You have two eyes, you have two nostrils, you have two ears, you have two sides of the brain. One is for flow, another one is for structure. Emotional brain, we have everything is like in dual. We have feminine and masculine. We have chaos and order. We have yin and yang, whatever. So this is exactly what drives the whole thing, and it's neither good nor bad. It's just what it is. I am. It is what it is. It is. It's conscious, and it's constructing after its own likeness. And here on this channel, that's what we are doing. We are going into depth on this thing, and it's, for me at least, it's worth. Life is worth living, man. Life is worth it. It's nice, but sometimes it can get so challenging, and when it gets challenging, you have to remind yourself, but that does not last. Whether it's good or bad, nothing lasts. You either die and get rest in peace, or you get healed and get better again, and go for it, go for something else. whether you're rich, you get to some place, your brain is gonna get adjusted and conditioned to that, and you want more. You will never be satisfied. Subscribe, like, share, but know that this is not against any faith, any belief, any no. Um, do whatever you want to do. Go to your mosques, go to your communities, engage and actually get involved and actually have fun. Try to have fun, because at whatever stage of life you are at, like, you have to enjoy it. You have to have fun. I enjoyed my time. I enjoyed my time in school. I enjoyed my time in church. I enjoyed my time. I'm a creative artist. I enjoy my time, and I have no problem with somebody else enjoying their time. Just go have fun, and but always know that whenever things get tough, whenever things go crazy, know that it's not gonna last forever. Life is eternal, but it can never be eternal in one position. Why? It has to keep balancing itself from good, bad, So enjoy it and have fun. And I'll see you next time. Like, share, and subscribe.